What's going on, guys? I've got the Bosch GET756 sander, and it's a workhorse. It's a great sander, but it's got a problem. The hook and loop has lost its hook and loopiness, and I got to get that replaced. So today I'm going to show you how I did that and just how easy of a process that can be. So when you've got a pad like this, what ends up happening is over the time that you're using it, you put on sandpaper, you pull it off, pull it off. Just like any Velcro, it starts to wear thin. Just to show you, I picked up a new pad here for this sander, and this is the difference between the two. Quite dramatic. So as with any hook and loop sander, it's going to lose its ability to stick to anything else with hook and loop over time. And that's just due to the fact that you're using it, pulling on and off and on and off over and over again until it just no longer has any hooks and loops left to use. So I picked up this replacement pad. I picked up the one for my sander. It's the Bosch 6-inch. And just to show you the difference between the old and the new, it's quite ridiculous. This is a problem I've had with this sander 3 or 4 times, and I've got a solution for it that I'm going to show you in just a bit. But first, let's get this thing replaced, which means we've got to get this sanding pad pulled off of here. Now, if you have this sander, you're going to notice something a little bit different here. I have already replaced a bolt right under here because the bolt that came with this sander, when I went to replace the backing pad the first time, it stripped on me. So I went to the store, got a new replacement one, and this one's been much better. This is much easier to get on and off. It's also gonna stand the test of time better because it's meant to be used often versus the Allen key ones that just never really worked well for me. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually clear out some of the debris that's in here. I'm just noticing that now. Make sure I've got a spot for the socket to get around this thing. And because I'm pulling off this pad, I don't have to be too careful about keeping the pad in good shape. So once I've got that done, I'm just gonna lock this on top of that bolt. Try and line it up here. Make sure it's going the right direction. Hold on tight to the backing pad, just like that. And because I've already replaced this bolt, it's already coming off for me. A little bit more. Now again, if you have not replaced this bolt, that's going to be a lot harder process. It's pretty simple. You're just going to the store, picking up a bolt that fits the right size. But here you can see this backing pad is gone. This new one is going to go on here, but first I'm actually going to clean out the inside of this. And to do that, I just pulled out my air compressor here, and I'm just spray out any loose debris. So now all that's left to do is get this thing back on. It's got some nice alignment here. Again, your sander may be a little bit different based on what brand sander you've got. So I'm just going to put that on. And get this thing started. There we go. And then I'll flip the socket and tighten this thing up. Now, because I swapped out this bolt, I realized I actually did a little bit of surgery on the initial one that I didn't remember. I just cut out a little bit of extra space there to allow the socket to fit. You can see the socket won't fit how it is set up right now. So I'm just going to take a razor, cut out just a tiny bit of this hook and loop on the very inside, and make sure that that thing fits. So now I've cut out a little opening, swapped my socket again, and I'm just going to go ahead and tighten this up. And when I tighten it the final, I'm just gripping on here and the socket will do the work. Again, when you have the Allen wrench thing, it works, but it's a lot more painful and it's a lot more difficult to get this tight. But you can see it's on here tight. So all of a sudden, instead of something that doesn't hook it looking like this, you've got something that will hook it looking brand new. The last thing I want to show you is a way that you can actually avoid having this problem altogether, and it's by a company named Mirka. They produce a sander. They specialize in auto sanding, but they also do woodwork sanding. They sell what they call these pad savers, and these pad savers just stick right on top of the sander itself, providing a hook and loop barrier so that rather than wearing out a $30 pretty difficult exchange product, you're gonna wear out just a couple dollar piece of hook and loop here. So I actually purchased the wrong size of these pad savers, but I wanted to show you how they were anyways. So I have the 6-inch one. They're on back order as we speak, but you just stick them on right here. And again, they just hook to the sander itself, but they provide an extra barrier so that when you're wearing out the hook and loop, you're wearing it out on the pad saver instead of wearing it out on the sander itself. So thanks for watching this video, guys. It really is helpful to change out this bolt right here. Let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it.